some stuff in the description. I'm just going to kind of babble away about how I feel about this upcoming race run that the United States Association of Blind Athletes is hosting. Well, for at least they kind of organize the event for all the blind participants, and I think this is one of the most. We're live on YouTube, is what I've been told. So we're live on YouTube and we're live on Facebook, my public figure page, Steve Baskis. So if you want to listen to it on YouTube, just search for Baskis 360, Baskis Baskis 360, and be sure to subscribe to that channel, or and set alerts and whatever, or not, and but yeah, you can watch it on YouTube or Facebook. Let me know if the audio is not, you can't hear. If we do have someone come on to ask questions, or feel free to type in the comment section if you have a question. So I signed up for this race a few times. I've done relays for USABA with veteran teams. Meaning that we each had, like, there were 4 of us, and we basically all together completed the marathon as a team. And I've done, I think, 7-mile stints and 5, and I can't remember. I think I've done it. This is my 3rd or 4th time to this event, and the running venue is in Sacramento. It's the California International Marathon. Again, for those of you who are joining us, but I signed up for it a year ago, almost now, or I made the decision in my head that I was gonna do this run. So all year long, I've been trying to keep on my feet, and my channel. Okay, now I hear myself. Yeah. Oh, okay. No worries. That's fine. I didn't really optimize it yet. Sorry for everybody. That there was just technical glitches. Is there anybody watching?
We've got 2 on Facebook.
You
That
got
one
names?
always lies.
What's that?
And we got 2 on Facebook and possibly 1 on YouTube.
Okay, yeah. But yeah, I don't know how many people want to run a marathon. I actually hate running, to be honest. Running blind. I do a lot of my training on a treadmill, and because I prefer to, run at my own pace and not have to worry about my guide leading me wrong, or making having accidents, with because he's paying attention to what he's doing or she's doing, and sometimes we get in this trance of running, this weird place, and you start thinking about other things and you forget something, and I'll hit I'll step in a pothole, and I don't want to break my ankle, so I do a lot of the training on a treadmill, but when I can, I do run with people outside. I've done trail runs, like on trails, and narrow trails, single track trails, which is a pain, but and running on pavement and on a track. But I'm going to use a rope. It's like a 18-inch long rope, maybe some little finger holes tied in both loops, like tied in both ends, at both ends, and I'll hold it onto it with my right hand and be on the left side of my guide, and my guide will be on my right, and have he or she can hold the loop, or put their finger through the loop, and as I'm running with the person, you just got to get in a rhythm and a pace, and they're communicating audibly, vocally to me whenever they need to, and I basically when I feel tension, when I'm moving, if we're turning left, I know to keep tension in the rope, and if I start to feel slack in the rope, or I can sense even just getting close to the person, I just try to adjust. I fire my nerves and my muscles in a certain way, to stay away from the person. Now, I think the things that I dread, the negative things that come to mind, because I like to be honest about, my feelings in these physical activities, because it's kind of um, there's a lot of negative and positive thinking when it comes to running or climbing or any of these adaptive athletics and recreation, which is really therapy for me and keeps me in a good mood and happy and feeling good. Um, is the fitness and stuff, as you guys already know from all the other posts and things that I've shared over the years. But is when you're running in a big marathon, there's lots of people, and a lot of times they don't realize I'm blind, and I've been tripped. People just, a lot of times people will stop to rest right in front of you and during the run, or for whatever reason, tie their shoes, and they don't mean anything by it, but and most runners will just run around the person, but I will plow somebody over, or it'll be a big crash, and people will get hurt. I'll develop an injury or something, or my guide has to push me out of the way. And so what they do to alleviate this sometimes is at some of these sanctioned races is they let some of the disabled or blind, visually impaired runners, any of these different groups within the, I guess, adaptive field, they give them a 5-minute head start. And if you're a fast runner, you're going to stay out in front of the pack most of the group of people if you keep that pace. I've done marathon distances a lot in hiking and other kinds of things. The Baton Death March was the last marathon I participated in, but I was part of a team for the Blinded Veterans Association, and we walked that together as a team. So it was an all-day affair. It was not. We didn't treat it like a run, but that's in New Mexico near White Sands. For those of you who are wondering, the Baton Memorial Death March is the name of that marathon, and I'm sure anybody that's a runner is familiar with that one. A lot of soldiers and people show up to that run. Another negative thing about running is it's just getting on a treadmill or running on the road for hours is just boring for me. I think some people love it. They get a running high or something, but I don't get anything. I don't have anything to look at. So I tend to listen to podcasts or music, when I'm on my treadmill. I've read and heard, I've never wore headphones during a marathon, but I think they're banning those kinds of things at a lot of marathons because people get distracted or they don't hear what's going on. So I'm not entirely sure if that's a rule or regulation at the California International Marathon. But so a break for a second. I'm talking about the California International Marathon, which is on December 8th. I'll be running in that with, among many other blind and visually impaired individuals. This is probably one of the largest running venues for the blind and visually impaired in the world. I think there's over 50 participants that have a visual impairment that will be running, if I'm not mistaken. Don't take my word for that. But it's quite a lot. It's grown over the years. And like I said, it's international. Like everybody comes from all over the world. And I have gone and ran in this marathon over the years, but I've done relays, 7 miles, 8 miles, 9 miles, 6 miles. And I think this is my third or fourth time there. A gentleman by the name of Richard Hunter is the one that coordinates a lot of things for the blind and visually impaired. He helps the USABA out and just helps from his home near Sacramento and San Francisco area. So it's a wonderful event, and there's a lot of support for the blind and visually impaired and other adaptive athletes. Do we have any questions, Vic? Or no? Probably not. Everybody's at work.
Yeah, no questions yet. Got a couple viewers on there, but
Yeah.
if you can hear us, or if you're watching, ask some questions. Oh, I just came up with a couple more viewers.
Yeah.
5 now at least.
Hey, if you got a question, let me know. Write it in the comments area about running blind or just questions about a marathon. And I've been running every day as much as possible, putting miles on my feet, conditioning my feet, building up the callus, making sure my ligaments and my joints, my ligaments and cartilage and all that stuff is strong. I try to do a lot of stretching after my runs, and then I use a foam roller. Foam roller rolls out my muscles and helps the blood circulation and get the knots out. So I do a lot of that. I feel pretty strong. Uh, I did 3 hours just a few days ago on the treadmill, running and walking, and just trying to stay fit, and I was talking. If you just came on, I was talking about the negatives, about running. Whether that's too many people on the course and dealing with people stopping in front of you. I'm blind, so I just plow you over, uh, or my guide has to push me out of the way really quick, or we have to move. And I'm holding onto a rope next to them, and I'm feeling the tension in that rope, and I'm running alongside them, and we get into this rhythm. Um, that's very tedious. I'm constantly thinking about that. As a blind athlete, recreationalist, I'm always thinking about every movement, every step, and I'm worried about potholes and curbs and things. If suddenly things change, and it can change so quickly that I cannot react fast enough. I can't be as proactive as a sighted person. But if you have any questions, write them in the comment section. Or if you have Zoom, the application on your iPhone or Android phone, or and you follow if you click on the link in the description, you'll be brought into this call, and we can talk. We can talk together live right now, and you can ask me questions or about anything. I don't care. It doesn't have to be about running. We'll kick you out though if you're bad. No, I love you guys. Um, I'm just trying to do this more for everybody. I want to teach people different things, make them aware. I absolutely actually hate running. And then people always ask me, like, why the heck are you going to run a marathon then? And I tell people that I like to rebel against what my mind tells me, but I do it I apply risk assessment and a lot of other things to it, and a lot of training. I focus on the techniques, what we call in the military, like tactics, techniques, and procedures, right? Protocol. So I get the journey is very important to me. Plus, it just makes me feel good. It keeps me busy, keeps me moving. Do we have any questions, Victor? Probably not.
No questions.
Are people watching though?
Oh yeah, there's still people watching.
Oh, okay.
They're just being quiet. They
Well, they might set their phone down, and they're drinking coffee or running around. Someone else is talking to them.
Did you cover it already? Did you say, or do you know how many people are going to be blind, are going to be running in this one? Well, how many people are going to be running in it, and then how many?
Oh, I don't know how many people. If you want to look up the
I might have
numbers,
to Google that one.
I think there's 50, if I remember correctly, from some of the information I was getting from Richard Hunter. Maybe it was, I don't know if it was 50 or 25, but it's grown. There's a lot of people running, and some friend, Aaron Hale is going to be there.
Oh, is he? Oh.
And Joe Bogart, I think, is going to be there. They're both running the full marathon, if I'm not mistaken. Sorry, guys, if you're not running the full marathon, but I'm pretty sure you guys are. Yeah, so I just wanted to come on here for a little bit. I don't know how long. What time is it? Talk to me, watch. It's 11:13. So yeah, I mean, 30 minutes to an hour. If we get more participation, I'll stay on longer. But I'm not gonna sit on here and talk to myself. But
So it looks like it started out with 1,600 runners in 1983 and is now more than 9,000 marathoners.
oh wow. Yes, and that's you're looking at. It's in Sacramento. It's the California International Marathon (CIM). The United States Association of Blind Athletes really helps, I think, a lot of blind and visually impaired participation. And Richard Hunter is a point of contact, a big coordinator for that. A big shout out to him and what he does for veterans and people with disabilities. He's always someone I look up to, and he's a beast himself. He's done a lot. I think a lot of triathlons and different kinds of races. So look him up, Richard Hunter. Questions. I like answering questions. Um, Baby Yoda. You brought that up last. That's the big thing. So if you have kids, I was just with my nephews over Thanksgiving. They're talking about Baby Yoda. Sorry, tangent. I'm squirreling. What else, Vic? Is there something like what was I saying earlier? Like
I'm trying to remember. I'm trying to think of some.
the positives. The cool thing about runs like this, I know I was complaining about how many people can be at the run, but that is kind of fun. It's fun to be around a lot of people that are motivated and driven to work hard, try something hard. The music, there's music along the runs. It gets you kind of fired up every so many miles. You hit this section where the music's off in the distance, and you're like, ba-bum, ba-bum. You're like, and you're just in this rhythm, and then you hear you're running on empty by, Jackson Brown or something, and you're like, oh, okay, I can do 5 more miles. And then, you're grabbing Gatorades and, whatever whatever your drink, your favorite drink is, and food and different things that are provided on the course. But, hopefully I'm coming in loud and clear, on Facebook, and YouTube. If not, write something in the comment section, and come on, ask a question. What's that? So yeah, it's not being shared on the personal. Yeah, I know that.
All right. Sorry, I had to activate my mic there.
There's a
So you
question.
got a question from Vito Orano.
Okay.
How long are your runs now, and do you have a goal for time to complete?
Yeah, I've been trying to run between a 9 and 10 minute mile. Uh, I'm not really trying to go crazy or race. I said, this keeps all throughout the year. I'm trying to do fitness that keeps me strong and ready to do any kind of thing that may come my way. So, like a month from now, I'm going to be climbing in South America, in Argentina, on the tallest mountain in the Western Hemisphere. So this is just good, kind of like for me. I've done some ice climbing this year. I've done some 5Ks, of my own, not sanctioned 5Ks, but just on my treadmill and at home. Um, but I've been consistently running. I've been trying to run 5-6 miles a day whenever I can, during my good months. You know, the hard thing for me is travel. My travel. I'm traveling a lot, and then they're excuses because you can run in hotel rooms or hotels, and I do. I get challenged a bit more because I'm blind. So when I'm okay, what am I going to ask the front desk person to go out with me on a run? Hey, can you come out and run with me? No, I tend to bring like sticky Velcro. Like I cut them out, or I get these like special dot locator dots that are clear, and I'll go with my special with my phone so I can video conference. So I'll find the fitness room on my own, and someone that's kind will show me to the treadmill, and then from there I might have them help me put these tactile Velcro or sticky dots, locator dots, on the buttons that if the treadmill's not you know, marked already or tactile. And then that gives me the ability to manipulate and function the treadmill controls on my own. And I know if I'm going on a tangent, but I've been last 3 days ago I did a 3 hour session on the treadmill. So I feel strong. I was really just trying to keep my legs strong and my knees and joints and ligaments and cartilage limber and strong. So I've been doing a lot of stretching, and I use a foam roller. And I have an interesting philosophy. I do a lot of exercise wherever I am. So I don't like restrict myself or limit myself to only going to a gym. So if I'm standing at my bar in my kitchen, I can do push-ups against it. I can do squats. My own calisthenics. I can do squats wherever I am. like there's no excuse. Like I can do calf raises, just going up on my tippy toes. I do one-legged like balance things, and I can do this anywhere. I mean, if I'm standing in a coffee shop, I might look weird, but you know what? I don't get to look at people's faces. I miss all that. So because I'm blind, so it doesn't matter to me. I'm oblivious. Ignorance is bliss, baby. But you know, I try to just throw my fitness in everywhere because if you just isolate one part of the day, an hour or 30 minutes every day, that's great, and I'm not shutting that down or eliminating that. I don't really have a lot of gym equipment. I use some free weights, like one dumbbell, and I use a lot of furniture to do my exercises. So people are like, "What is he talking about?" But you know, uh,
Lifting bar
incline
stools over your
push-ups,
head.
sit-ups, and whatever the heck it is, off of the bed or a couch. Uh, there's all kinds of ways. Did I answer the question? I don't know. I don't
Yeah,
know.
I think so. Well, Vito just said, by the way, watching from Fort Drum, New York, got to go shovel the motor pool. Haha.
Ah, sorry, man. The
And
motor pool, fun.
Jennifer Pinto says, "Hey Steve, this is Jen Pinto here. Miss you, buddy. Come visit us in New York. I will be running. I'll be your
Be a
running
little louder,
partner
babe,
for."
if you're gonna.
Oh wait, do I have that? Yeah.
You have it on, yeah,
Um.
so people can hear you. Yeah.
Yeah, it's on.
Okay.
And I'm
Yeah,
just
Jen Pinto says hi and
yeah.
wants
She'll be your running
running.
partner for a training run anytime. Although you're definitely faster than me. I don't have a question. I just want to keep inspiring. You have a huge fan club here on Long Island. Merry Christmas to you.
Thank you, Jennifer. Yeah, we got to do a fundraiser up there, Jen. I need some help. I'm not good at this stuff, so next time I'm in Brooklyn visiting my cousin, I will reach out. So thanks for saying something. Anybody else, man? Everybody's afraid. They don't want to get on Zoom, on the conference line, and talk to me. Come on, come on, you can do it. You're for sure right. When you look at Zoom, there's no one in the. I didn't hear any ding or anything, so
No, I haven't seen anything come through on that.
it's fun to talk to somebody. It's like you could like disarm it so I don't hear the hiss. Or, like right now.
Oh yeah.
And then if someone comes on, but then if someone comes on, you're not going to know. So maybe just leave it. I don't know.
Yeah, we gotta get that split screen going on this one. Aaron. Oh man, these names. I'm sorry, I can't pronounce your last name. Polaikin. Thank you for sharing. You are inspiring.
I'm inspiring. Hey man, I'm just or girl or man. I'm sorry. The when I hear Aaron, I'm not sure. It's all right. People call me Stephanie. But I'm Steve. My brother, he's mean to me. Thanks for the kind words. For the longest time, I did not know why people felt the things I was doing was inspirational, and if I said anything to that, or what I say to people now is, I'm really proud of having strength, resilience, and courage. Physical and mental strength, resilience, and courage. I have my bad days, you guys. I try not to get on the microphone and be upset. That would not be, be pissed off and be like, talk about politics or something, whatever. But I'm not really political. But, I'd rather be positive for you than negative, because I have a lot of negative in me. I just keep it hidden. I'm a good actor. I have my bad days. But and it's not been an easy road. And I'd love to talk to people about that if you have questions. Because, watching me on Facebook, seeing all the things that I do, that I post the things that are positive, because I don't want to post negative things. I could post negative things, but a lot of people just see the positive and they don't know that there's still a lot of negative. So thank you. And, that physical, mental strength, resilience, and courage, it exists within all of us. And things like this marathon, climbing mountains, pushing myself to do things that I'm scared of, afraid of, help forge those qualities. And that's what I try to teach by example. I don't sit here all the time and tell you strength, resilience, courage. You got to do this, you got to do that. That's why I don't even have a book yet. I don't even, I don't know. I don't have an answer for you. So, but I appreciate people telling me that, and I know when I speak to certain people that are seeking help, that's where it really hits home and really helps people, because I needed help, and people came to my bedside when I lost my sight, and they've come to my side over the years to help me, and that's what you need. You have to have support. I wouldn't be able to do a lot of these things without people. I'm quite literally guided through life. That's what I like to say. All those fancy phrases, blah, blah, blah. Any other questions? Because I might jump off here if no one's going to ask any questions. I just wanted to talk a little bit about that and give praise to USABA, again, the United States Association of Blind Athletes, the California International Marathon. Talk a little bit about the negatives, the positives, things going through my mind. I'm trying to think right now if I've not covered anything.
What kind of shoes do you wear?
Oh yeah, no, that's a good question. What kind of
Yeah.
shoes do I wear? I'm wearing I used, I've been influenced by the military. I started out with Asics. What is those? What are those? They're Piranha or
Brooks.
Brooks. They're a Brooks Ghost, right?
I think so.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm not good with the brand, the equipment. All I know is it's the shoe that doesn't hurt my feet, that doesn't cause, my toenails and and my toes to get, smashed, and whatever shoe that works. And I bought a new shoe just to have, 2 months ago, and I've been running on them as much as possible. But before that, I was running on an Asics shoe. I can't remember the exact model, but I had that for a while. They were pretty tore up. But yeah, I think these Brooks Ghost, are real nice, and they're not too expensive. I don't know. You could buy, I think, $300 shoes nowadays. I don't remember what mine cost, but they're like $100 some probably. Look it up. Google Intel. Brooks Ghost. I probably got that wrong, but I blame it on the blindness. So,
Sponsorship from Brooks.
yeah, I need a sponsorship. Guys, I don't get paid to do any of this stuff. My Baskis 360 show, Blind Endeavors Foundation. I volunteer to do all that. That's my foundation. We raise the money and we give it to the participants and to the people that volunteer, and we help those programs go forward. We're real small. We don't really raise. We raise under $50,000 a year. Sometimes only like 30,000. But I'm hoping to change that going forward. As you know, there's been an influx of my social media posts and things. And if you watch the Blind Endeavors feed on YouTube or on just search Blind Endeavors Foundation or Blind Endeavors on YouTube or Google. Go to the website blindendeavors.org. But the foundation is just trying to grow and help more people. That's my job, but I'm I'm medically retired from the United States military. The government assists me. I could work a full-time job, but I like to try to help people, inspire people, and help myself by staying fit. And if you have any guidance, or you think that I should do something, you think I should pursue a job or this or that, let me know. I'm open to it all. I've been trying to figure out life ever since that unfortunate day in May, 12, 13 years ago when I lost my sight. I wanted to be a career soldier, and that changed in a blink of an eye. Pun intended, I guess. Yeah. But that's horrible. It's dark humor, man. Is anybody watching?
Supposedly, there's a couple.
Oh, just a couple.
Yeah.
No more questions?
No questions popping up.
All right. Well, thank you so much for listening. And have we been streaming on YouTube and Facebook? Should have been Facebook's public figure page and in
Yep.
Baskis 360.
And then
Right.
share it on your personal page, and then YouTube was just unlisted for a couple minutes there, but it went back to public.
Oh, okay.
So
That's right. I had it on. Yeah.
yeah,
It's all
but
right.
it's all good now. So.
Yeah. No, I meant to. I meant to tell you I was gonna. Anyway.
Should I go ahead?
Yeah, we're gonna cut it because I got to talk to Victor about some things. So, peace, everybody. Thank you.